guys, today we are making habichuelas guisadas. These stewed beans are so comforting. It's a dish I grew up with my mom making all the time. Full disclosure, I was sick when I did this voiceover, so apologies for how nasally I sound. These are perfect for serving over white rice or just enjoying on their own. So to make them, we are starting in our pot with achiote oil and sofrito. Of course, this is like the holy trinity, but it's just two things. It's the holy combo that I use in almost all of my Puerto Rican dishes. If you guys are regulars here at Salima's Kitchen, I'm sure you've noticed that. So we're just going to let the achiote oil warm over medium heat before adding in our sofrito. I'm using my frozen sofrito cubes, which are so convenient to have in like a pinch when you don't want to make it from scratch. And we're just going to warm this up until it is fragrant before adding in our spices. I'm doing another holy trinity, which is adobo, sazon, and salt. Feel free to skip the salt if you use adobo and sazon that already has salt added. We're going to bloom those spices before we add in our bay leaves and our tomato sauce. The tomato sauce is really just going to add a thickness and richness and a depth of flavor to the broth. And then we are also adding our broth or water. It's up to you what you prefer here. I like to use broth just to give another layer of flavor, but again, it's totally up to you. Then we're adding in 2 cans of beans. You can either do pink or red beans here. Just make sure that you drain them from their liquid and rinse them thoroughly. And then we're adding our calabaza. Any kind of winter squash will work here. I did an acorn squash, but you could do, pumpkin, you could do delicata, kabocha, you name it. Then I'm adding some sprigs of cilantro and culantro. You could use either or a combination like I did. And then we are bringing all of this liquid to a boil over high heat. We just want to let it come to a really heavy boil before we lower the heat and cover it and let it simmer on low for about 30 minutes. You want to give it enough time for that sauce to really thicken and for the squash to cook through. And then at this point, you are pretty much done. This is the perfect place to go ahead and enjoy this over rice or mofongo or however you like it. You can see the broth is pretty thin and the squash is cooked through. But if you want a thicker, creamier broth, I like to take about a spoonful of everything and blend it up until it is creamy and consistent and smooth. And then I'll add it back into the pot just to thicken the overall texture of the broth. This is, again, totally optional, but I do love the thickness that it adds to the beans, especially if I'm going to eat them all the day of, if I'm serving them to like a crowd. But if I'm planning on having these as leftovers throughout the week, I'll usually skip this step because they do thicken overnight when stored in the fridge. So yeah, this is just an option that you can either take or leave. It kind of depends on both my mood and how I'm planning on serving these, whether or not I do this step. So yeah, this is how I make my arroz con habichuelas. Mostly this is a recipe I learned from my mom, but the blending step and adding squash is a little bit different than how she made it. But there are so many different ways you can go about making these. You can skip the squash, you can do potatoes instead. It really is up to your personal preference. And then I got totally roasted on TikTok for saying I would serve this over mofongo. I like it, but it's not traditional. Serving over white rice is the most traditional. If you guys give this a try, let me know, and I will see you next time. Buen provecho!